a little deck together that we presented again in Fort Worth. Just a little bit about us. So Sphere is a leader in securing payment processing, and we minimize the risk and exposure for health systems, retail businesses that handle payment card data. So of course, we're basically a fintech. You know, we have the trusted ecosystem, integrated, recognized by brands. We have a full management team with over 100 years of combined experience in the fintech technology. Also, a comprehensive platform. We're headquartered, just so everybody knows, we get this one asked a lot, Nashville, New York, South California, Colorado, and Texas. And of course, we have an omni-channel acceptance, flexible connection models. How we accept payments online. So think of a shopping cart, businesses that are geared through a website. Moto could be confusing for that one, mail order, telephone order. That is businesses that are accepting by taking the credit card information and enter it themselves versus online. That's where a customer goes and enters their own credit card information. Of course, card present, swipe, chip, tap, in person. So, those convenience stores, retail environment, and then mobile on the go. We have a lot of, contractors, vendors that are using our mobile devices today. And of course, what do we offer? The lowest processing rates. Of course, payment acceptance solutions, 24/7 technical support, and highly secure processing. Also, we are based, just so you guys know, in U.S., Canada, and Australia. Business types to approach. Think small. Think about your, the businesses you entertain all the time, your dentist, your daycare, and your restaurants, your automotive. Those businesses are the ones that are our small market. So, basically there's over 31 million people actually today that are considered small, your small merchants. Avoid the large businesses, McDonald's, Starbucks, AutoZone, because we want to, help you earn more residual and generate, more ACN points. Businesses like those are under the issuing card brand rates and fees, so those, typically the processor that owns those accounts are, what you say, just using their volume, but unfortunately covering the cost of the card brand fees for those specific big chain accounts. Also, wanted to remind you, you don't need to be an expert. And again, think small. We often have success with coffee shops, retail stores that are near your office and your neighborhood. Definitely lean on the relationship you have with that merchant. Tell them, hey, I entertain your business. Your local bank doesn't. So definitely give us an opportunity to see how much we can help save you and your business. Of course, we have marketing material to help you in your back office, in your compass. I also put together a little quick snapshot you guys can see. This is our top markets. Eating places, restaurants. You're looking at your professional service market, your business services, your retail outlet services. I just took a quick snapshot so you can see majority of what, businesses that we help. And a lot of it's your small miscellaneous stores, your professional doctor offices, and then, some contracted businesses, agricultural services. We'll hopefully up our transportation services, again, because I have exciting more news to share later on in this deck that'll help hopefully bring some of these numbers up, especially lodging as well. But just give you an overall insight, this is a pretty good little template you guys can see. Of course, the famous one, how to approach a business owner. I know you guys can seem hesitant in pursuing a business. I'll pitch them all day long. Here's our famous ones. Hi, I'm an independent business owner with ACN, an international multi-million-dollar corporation offering reduced costs on essential business services that I see you are currently accepting, whether it's your electric, gas, credit card processing. But with us, hey, I bet you a $250 Visa gift card. The company that I do work with called Sphere can reduce your payment processing costs. Do you have 5 minutes? And also, you guys, as you know, you guys get the gift card too. If they still seem hesitant, I always pitch mine. Hey, as you can see, I make $250. If they can't meet or beat it, I'm willing to give you mine if they can. What's going to make you $500 in 5 minutes? Also, most of my clients have seen increases in their credit card processing costs lately. Have you noticed this as well? Or you can ask them, do you even know how to read that statement? 9 times out of 10, they do not. That's why you, of course, lean on the face, and as you, me, and the face, and us as the experts, will work together to make sure their knowledge on what we have control over and what we do not. And then you can just tell them as well, when was the last time you received a no cost, no obligation cost comparison? Sphere will explain your current position and show you how much you could be, potentially saving. Each year, Visa, MasterCard increase certain rate categories. Have you reviewed your merchant statement lately for increases? And just so you guys know, that occurs every October and April and October. Just so you're aware, something is going up or going down as far as the card brand fees, and that's pushed across all verticals. Everybody has to accept the mandate lift by the card brands. Of course, everybody asks about this. If it's a promotion, actually, no, it used to be $100, and that was only to the merchant, and we've upped it. As you, the IBO, you get $250, and the merchant, if they're processing over 4,000, and we cannot meet or beat what they're currently processing, just for their time, again, they get $250, and you get $250. Of course, your key selling points is your price. Of course, we have that consultative approach, transparent, competitive pricing. We will literally show them what they're getting charged in a given month, a 3-year analysis, and as well as reduce their cost to process, showing them the exact dollar amount they would have charged versus what they were with their current provider. And of course, product, we have a variety of product solutions for any environment with a simple transition process. So if we don't have to switch them, we definitely don't want to. But unfortunately, some state, should I say, point of sale systems and countertops are proprietary that we can't work with. But again, we lean on the fact if we can, we like to keep them what they're familiar with. And of course, they have service is number one. You have a dedicated account executive, me, at all times, and of course, 24/7 technical support. So if you can't catch me, it's after hours, and my support team is readily available to help. Company committed to your success. ACN's partner, within the payment space is huge. We leverage ACN's buying power to get the lowest rates. Again, I've been doing this 10 years, and I have yet, in the last 8 years, been able to not beat an account. Of course, security as well. We have upped our security due to credit cards being the #1 form of payment due to COVID. There has been a lot of security breaches that occurred. Luckily, we have military encryption, so all our devices will scramble the data that is inserted in any of our devices, whether it's a virtual terminal, whether it's a countertop or a mobile device. We have military encryption. People aren't aware Square devices, unfortunately, leave their credit card information inside the device for the lifetime of that device. So if a skimmer was to hit it today, unfortunately, your credit card information could be potentially at risk. And of course, your marketing documents are in your ACN Compass. Leverage on the e-downloadable booklet. It has all your great information, what to expect, who to target, what to say, how to submit a lead. Even in the back, it has scannable items too that's really helpful. So that's what I call our best practice booklet, and it's your guide to being successful. So again, definitely always check ACN Compass for the updates. Of course, how do we help build your business? Sphere offers residual for the life of the customer. 3 points. Love it when we have double points. Not this month. And of course, you have a dedicated account executive to assist, IBOs with customer acquisition. Again, we are a team. We know each account is going to be, handled differently. Some of them would prefer you to be the face, us not to reach out, us, lean on you to help do a 3-way, a conference, whatever it takes. We're here. Some of them would rather you not see the financials and us see the statements. That's fine. You can just put, key information into us so that way we're, making sure to meet that customer's needs. Of course, this is the biggest one, is building your business and submitting that lead. How do we get it? You'll just go to your personal website, or you'll go to explore your options, and you'll send us your lead. A good qualified lead is if you can, grab a good contact phone number, email address. If you can also capture what they're using, like their machine or their mobile device. I mean, even if you could take a picture of it, that would be ideal. And then statements. If they if they present that statement in front of you, it's ideal, and it ups your sales cycle at least 60% if you could, take a quick snapshot, of each page and send it in to us directly, because it'll ask how to upload the statements right through your personal, portal, and it could be a CSV file, a PDF, an image, whichever you do have. But again, also in that note section is where you'll put, again, key information. They don't want to provide the statement to me, but we'll provide it to you upon contact, Christina. And if you want to loop us in an email or say, contact me, the IBO, I'll reach out to you and you say, hey, I'm going there, Wednesday or Thursday at this time. I'd love for you to be online because they want me to be looped in the process. Whatever it takes, we're here to do so. Of course, our famous question we get asked from every merchant, why do you want our statements? Well, number one, it speeds up the proposal and sales process. That gets you the same and next day quote. Also, it's customized, specifically for their business. I mean, because right now anybody can go sign up, with a payment facilitator like Stripe or Square with a set pricing. We customize and tailor their business to meeting their needs. Whether they're doing all swiped rate, swiped, transactions, or they're doing all key entry, we make sure we capitalize on the opportunity for them and getting them the lowest pricing. Because again, there's so many different payment structures out there that they could be possibly placed on. And of course, it speeds up that faster approval process. It tells you they are serious about actually saving. So, I mean, it's ideal to try and get them to provide it. Again, we know they might not to you. We'll overcome it or do whatever we can to assure to them that, we're here to help. Whether it's sending them out a proposal prior to, again, we'll do that just so they're, assured that we're here to help them. Of course, the famous one is our cash discount pricing. So it's a way for merchants to pass some of their payment processing costs onto their customers when they pay a card. Basically, it occurs when a merchant offers a discounted price if a customer pays with cash. You'll see a lot of these businesses has a surcharge credit card fee that says 3 to 4% that's passed on to you. So this market is a game changer for those specific clients. Right now, banks are offering their merchants saying, hey, guess what? I'm going to cover all the costs. We're just going to charge it right to the customer. You don't have to worry. The only thing you'll get charged from us is $60 a month, $40 a month, for their hardware. That is red flags today, because unfortunately, surcharging can only happen on credit cards by dipping, swiping, or tapping a credit card, not a debit card. Debit card cannot be surcharged. There is a lot of non-compliant surcharge companies that are basically surcharging debit cards, and people aren't aware there's rules and regulations to where you cannot do that. There will be secret shoppers entertain these businesses that are currently surcharging. It's under Visa, MasterCard, Discover rules and regulations. They have to do so. And if they see a debit card surcharge, they can fine a business from $30,000 to $60,000. If your signage also isn't within 5 foot of the terminal and outside the doors, you can also get a fine from $50,000 to $70,000, depending on how big, that business is. Unfortunately, so we offer the peace of mind for that customer, basically putting cash back in their pocket versus their banks that are kind of taking advantage. So right now, a swipe rate should only be between 1% and 2%. Banks are charging 3 to 4%, and also charging our customers to do it. So we offer the cash discount where we explain to the merchant to raise their sales 2.5% to 3%. That incurs basically a credit card swipe or key entry rate, and then whoever wants to pay cash gets a 2.5% to 3% discount. This puts the power back in their pocket to where they can get cash or basically do a cash discount on debit, credit, even key entry. They could also do it. But if they did surcharging, they can only do it by, tapping, dipping, or swiping a credit card. So this gives them power back in their pocket, so to speak, in making revenue off of doing basically what the bank is doing to them right now. It's just we show them a comparison. If we can get a statement from a surcharge account, we show them how currently, their bank's making this much amount. If we offered and showed them how to run with the cash discount program, how they can make money, not necessarily off their customers, but help lower that cost for the customers to offset, versus what they're, getting charged right now. Because some businesses are actually noticing a big shift of customers no longer entertaining them because of, the high surcharge, 3 to 4%. But if you did a 2.5, again, customers are think they get, an incentive to pay cash versus just credit cards. So, and they don't know that the cost was already factored in there for them. So this is our number one, I think, will be the future of payments, is offering cash discount to all these, businesses that are doing surcharging as we speak. And I know you guys might have a little bit more information, and I'm definitely willing to go through more as time permits for sure. Also, the biggest thing that's coming in the next 2 weeks, we actually, just so you guys are aware, today we got the green light to do a full training starting this week. So that means hopefully by next week, all these vertical markets that we've missed in the last 10 years, we will be able to go back and revisit and help. I mean, you're looking at your SEO, your financial brokers, credit repair, multi-level marketing, ACN, we could never accept payments for because of subscription-based and multi-level marketing. Well, now we will be able to. You're looking at travel resorts, online gambling, your timeshares, collection agencies. Also, you guys hosting your seminars, your meetings. Now we're able to accept payments as we wasn't before. So this is basically the exciting news. Our truckers, our freight, we're now able to do so. CBD is the biggest asked for vertical right now, because I think there's only 2 major processes that are able to accept. But we have a threshold, and they are stating that they have to be in business. They have to provide 3 months of bank statements and be processing more than $20,000 a month. Just so you guys are aware, a lot of them that are currently accepting, they're doing well over that in their brick and mortar business. But this is the exciting market that we've been kind of all waiting for. So it should be, just so you guys know, in the next 2 weeks we should be able to now help all these markets, especially credit repair. You're looking at 6% to 10% they're getting charged currently if they have a processor. Debt consolidation. I mean, all these are really great markets that we need to go for, need to capitalize on. So I just want to make sure you guys have it. Definitely want to take a picture of it. As soon as it's available, also when we get the green light, you guys will be aware. They'll be branding it out, issuing it, so that way everyone's aware. Also, just so you guys know, I'm Christina Baker. We have also account rep Stephanie Cafe. She is French speaking, and Miss Elena, and she's also an account executive, and she speaks Spanish. Brian Harris is our sales retention manager. But that's all I got. I figured you guys had some questions for me, so I had to leave a little room for you.
Hey, Christina, that was awesome. Thank you so much. That's powerful. Hey, quick question. So Shayna reached out to a woman who has a tanning business. And what the woman said was, hey, can you guys service me? I have Square. So what would be the response? Because obviously I heard about this is even better than Square. She thinks this can go in alongside of Square. So how would we respond to her?
I just tell her, I'd like her to go into her Square dashboard and just go to transaction reports and just screenshot a month's history. It'll show the volume she ran in a given month and the fees that they took out. We can actually run a side-by-side for her, because we're kind of familiar. Square doesn't provide statements, but we would still be able to help her. We have all the same features as Square to date. The only thing we don't have, just so the team knows, is appointment setting and payroll. Those 2 we don't have just yet. They're working on it. I don't know a timeline. But as far as rate structure, I mean, again, they're processing. My threshold's $2,000 with Square, but in order for the meter beat, we have to say $4,000 just so they're qualified for the gift card. But if they're under, with their local bank or with Square, I still, let us look at it. It doesn't hurt to, run an analysis. That way you can put it in your portfolio and say, hey, look, Betty's Bake Shop down the road, I was able to save her, $60 a month, $30 a month. Would you, at least entertain us seeing how much we could help save you?
Thank you.
Definitely.
Christina, I have a question. So first of all, that previous number, the 855-426 number, is that, can you explain what that number is? Like, is that a number that we can three-way text a prospect with, or?
It is our support. So basically, it's probably hard to catch us all direct by our phone because we are in a click to call, click to chat queue. So as soon as we hang up from outbounding, someone's normally calling in, hey, I'm having trouble, I can't get through and submit a lead. Can you walk me through? Or I have a merchant on the line right now as we speak, and he's excited. He has questions. Can you address them? And that's what it's for. So Monday through Friday, we have that, click to call option, click to chat. 7 a.m. it's actually starting Central until 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you have a live body and you want a question right away, you can call right in there. You'll actually probably get me 80% of the time because I love that queue because it means, someone's eager, someone needs help. And again, I love to help each, IBL merchant.
Okay. And then also, so I've actually been in conversation with a good amount of people, specifically a few gym owners, and then also like a guy that I met with this morning who owns a coffee shop. And pretty much I'm getting the same responses. The gym owners are like, well, it's, all of our members are in that database, and whatnot. And then like with the restaurant owner, he said that all the menu item, like it's a bundle deal, like their processing system and the way that they have all their menu items in their system is all in one. Like, how easy is it to switch over? Is that even possible?
See, that's a good prospective client too. I mean, what you could do is put what specific software they're using in the notes and say, hey, really interested if we could work with this specific software. Or you can do the click to call, click to chat, or send me an email. Say, hey, Christina, they're interested if we can work with this system. Can you figure that out? And what I would do is just reach out to them, making sure we have that integration. And I would tell you yes or no. And they would tell me, what gateways needed. Of course, we'll do that legwork, so they don't have to worry. They just have the peace of mind of knowing, yeah, it's good, and if so, let's proceed with trying to grab those statements. Even if sometimes I know we can't work with it, I honestly still like to get a statement just to, run the numbers, showing them, what they're getting charged, give them that educational approach, so that way they can refer business to you guys. Say, hey, she couldn't work with me. I know she's a great, leader, a financial advisor, almost you guys are, and she's willing to help. So they would refer, all their businesses that are looking to accept or currently accepting to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hi, Christina, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Marcia. I was speaking with my chiropractor last week, and I had some of the printed information I think that I've gotten in one of the emails for Sphere. And his comment to me was that, like, he appreciated the information, but he said that his EMR system, his electronic medical record system and documentation system, is paired with some payment processor. So he really thought that it would not be possible for him to work with Sphere. And I was just curious if you've gotten that kind of feedback before, or if you have any experience working with anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, some EMRs we can work with, some of them we can't. And again, I still leverage off of the doctor saying, hey, we can still analyze it, even if we can't meter, we can't integrate into the system. We can at least get your current provider to see a lower rate on the credit card processing side. That way they can meter beat our rates, so to speak. That way they're getting lower costs, even if it's something that's proprietary. I always be like, hey, you eventually. Even if I know a system I can't work with, I still like to quote it because eventually 1 year, 2 years down the road, they'll want, new quote or ready to switch their system altogether and find something better, and they have something tangible on us.
Right, or there might be something in the future where Sphere does, have partnerships with
a gateway.
Different
Exactly. Yeah, or we build a gateway that'll communicate to certain ones. Because again, we have a health division, we have a nonprofit division. ACN is, geared more on our commercial side is what I do, but we have, again, many different vertical markets that is growing as we speak.
Okay, great. That's good to know. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Absolutely.
Yeah, Christina?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. A quick question. In my other business, we use QuickBooks Online, and one of the reasons we use it is because we can write out an invoice, email it to somebody, and they can pay right online. Does Sphere integrate with QuickBooks, or can it?
We used to. It got a little pricey, but QuickBooks is something we have. I mean, like the QuickBooks Online is something we have because our mobile device does the same thing, or the app. You can do invoicing. I mean, you can create a QR code. You can create a payment link, tie it to a website, and again, someone can just take a picture and process a payment, or do an automatic reoccurring billing. So it's kind of like QuickBooks, except our rates are a lot cheaper. But I can say our CRM Swipe Simple, you can export the actual invoice history, whether it was the invoicing or the payment links, and import it into QuickBooks. So it'll do that for you. So it's
Okay.
kind of like a one manual step. But I mean, we can do overall looking in to see how much it would cost for them to integrate. But if it's not justifiable, we tell them, hey, the savings wouldn't be enough to do the integration, but we offer the same, and show them a demo of it. That way they can take a look and make that true decision and seeing how you can export our information and import it in their QuickBooks, Financial or QuickBooks Online.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Christina, this is Lynn. Did I hear you say earlier that you have rates between 1% and 2%? Is that correct?
That is correct. That is a swipe rate. You can go and look up Visa, MasterCard interchange rates and fees. You will see that a swipe rate is lower than 2%. Unless it was like a corporate international card, then you're looking, anywhere from 2 to 3% at the highest, and that's if you key enter it too. That's why I said a lot of banks charging 3 and 4%, and merchants thinking that's a great spot, and I don't have to worry about it, but it's really hurting your clients, and we can help, lower that cost for your customers, and then help you control it versus these local banks that are kind of taking advantage of merchants.
Because I had somebody that I was working with as a possible Sphere client, and he has Square, which he went from PayPal to Square. I don't get it, but that's okay. But when he originally made the contact and we got him together with Elena, he was saying, if you give me 2 point, because his Square is 2.4 and there's like 2.7 for some type of transaction or whatever, and one that's closer to 3 if it's done a particular way. And he goes, if you can guarantee me 2.2, I will sign the contract now. How do you
I'd get
react?
them lower. I was about to say, I'll get you 1.25 debit, 1.75 for credit. I get you lower.
And one of the things, I'm going to send him an email, because what you're telling me is that on Square, that information, that person's personal information, credit card and all that stuff is left in that device as long as it's there. Because I know his accountant says we protect our clients. Well, he's not really protecting his clients then. And that we have
I will not.
And we have military encryption. Is that right?
That is correct. Yeah,
Okay.
we had a couple of Square clients come to us. Unfortunately, if a fraud or breach was to occur, you have no support, number one. They will immediately, fine you automatically if you get hit with the fraud or breach. If a skimmer hits that Square device, they're getting hit from Visa, MasterCard, Discover, whoever the major card brand was that figured it out. And that can be $20,000 to $70,000 right off the bat, and that's not including customers to come in to sue due to it. That's why we have a breach protection on top of all our accounts. We have PCI compliance, which is the payment control industry, and then we also cover outside of PCI. We have breach protection that covers the client up to $100,000, just in case a fraud or breach was to occur. And unfortunately, it's happening a lot more than people realize. So it's definitely a very scary market on the credit card processing side. Also, if a chargeback happens, you can tell this to him also. If a chargeback happens with Square, you have no help. You call the 888 support number, and they're telling you, I'm sorry, you lost. They automatically, they don't provide a third party to help you combat and overcome a chargeback if that happens. And that's when basically a customer comes into your restaurant, your store, and purchases something, goes home and charges it back. Issuing card brand calls their issuing card brand, says that wasn't me. And unfortunately, if you don't have the documentation or the company to back you up, they'll take the money from you and automatically let the client win.
Okay, because he told me he does $70,000 to $80,000 worth of cards a month, and it's like, why are you using Square?
Wow. I was about to say Square is only great if you are a deli shop. Less than $10 average ticket, less than $2,000 to $3,000 a month, more like a hobby. Again, that's the only time Square's good. And I actually recommend all my businesses a lot of times to get a not necessarily Square, a payment facilitator, Stripe, Square, PayPal. Get your foot on, on the ground. Don't jump into a processor, build that clientele up, advertise, give it a 2 to 3 weeks, and then you can see, how much we could save you from, that given span.
Okay, great, thank you.
Christina,
You're
last
welcome.
really quick question. I just texted that restaurant owner. Do you guys he works with or uses Toast as the software? Have you heard of that?
Yes. Oh, poor guy. He's in a ball and chain. Toast, Breadcrumb, Clover, unfortunately, they all are proprietary. They make you invest so much, purchase the system, and they don't tell you they have you locked. So you cannot change. They control it, so to speak. But I still like to get that statement and show them overall. That way they can try and get Toast or Breadcrumb to be competitive and lower their cost to process. Or they may just be fed up with them one day and say, hey, I want to change systems. I want Revel, I want Aloha, I want, an NCR system that allows me to choose my own processor. And that's something that's best. So I like to get my foot in the door when I hear new businesses, and I tell them to make that best decision to get a system that will allow you to choose your own back-end processor that doesn't lock you to something that's exclusive to them only.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just if you could repeat one thing you told me earlier, I told you about the guy with Square, and you said you could give him what? 1.25 for what? And then 1.75 for?
1.25 debit, all their debit prepaid cards, 1.75 all their credit cards. That's your swipe rate. I know he was saying that if you could give them 2.2 swipes, what about even lower? 1.25 and 1.75. It's definitely a lot lower.
Yeah, thank you. I'll let him know.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Christina. This is going to make us all more mindful because I just took my family out for a dinner at a little catfish diner across the river, and it was so good. And I literally saw 3% for all credit cards. And me, just because I'm not in the mindset, I'm not like, hey, who can I talk to? I didn't even ask, but good thing it's right down the road. So excited. And just to remind that Jeff made everyone was, this is great information and knowledge, but don't ever forget to continue to invite people to Zooms. What we do is we invite people to Zooms. We invite people to, the presentation. Don't think you have to go outside the system to do what we do. Continue to invite people to Zooms. Business owners, Zooms. Interested in credit card processing, Zooms. Obviously, we can take them through the process, but let them see a Zoom as well. But Christina, is there anything else you can share?
I was just gonna say, guys, again, don't seem hesitant. The only thing you really have to do is get them qualified to speak to us. They start asking you guys questions, that you are hesitant to ask, or of course you don't know. That's okay. Just say, hey, I'm the face. Christina's the expert. I'll have my girl Christina reach out to you right away, or I can, I'll call her right now, whatever it takes. Just know that you don't have to know anything. You just have to get them qualified to speak with us. To me, this is the easiest one of the ACN services because we do the selling for you. We'll do all the heavy lifting. I'll pitch them all day long. I'll overcome their contract issues. I'll overcome their equipment. Even if I can't work with any of it, hey, I'm still going to be here to help them and give them, a full educated approach on the credit card processing industry. And again, like I said, we'll do all the legwork. The only thing you have to do is just submit the information through your personal website, and again, we'll keep you in the loop. We'll put you in all corresponding contact. If we can't reach them after 2 attempts, we're calling you guys, so that way you're aware and definitely in the loop. If you want to be in the full, loop all the way where I'm calling you and we're 3-weighing them in, we'll do that. I'll do that, whatever it takes, because we're here and we're a team. So we work for you guys. We make you, points and residual for the lifetime of the account.
That's awesome, Christina. Thank you so much. We will see you in Baltimore. And I don't know if we're going to do
Yay.
another breakfast, but
We
that
are.
was-
Just
yeah.
don't say nothing. We are. So keep an eye out for the notification, because last time it actually sold out within an hour. Actually, they said 54 minutes. So be aware. We are doing a breakfast in Baltimore. So be quick to snap your seat.
Awesome. I'll be there for sure. I know the team will. Thank you so much. Is there any last questions before we let Christina go? Anyone? Last opportunity. Awesome. Christina, thank you so much. You're a blessing to us. We pray blessings on you and all of Sphere and all of our partners. And thank you for all the hard work you do for us, okay?
Hey, thank you guys. Hey, put me to work. I'll be here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.